that we could work with data, and one of them that I came up with. Uh, okay, this can be done with the t-test, but also I believe it can be done if it's coded correctly. Basically, taking the averages of the before treatment, one day before treatment, regardless if you have done treatment the day before or not. And in the forwards one, you also take that data or the health index, and you get the average, right? And after that, uh, you sort of like compare them to the day of the treatment. Like, but in order for this to be effective, you have to start like treatment within you waking up, like within like the first hours or whatnot of when you wake up, right? Or not really, but like that will be like the most effective way to sort of
Yeah,
being
it
able
would give the
to.
most time for the effect, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's what I was thinking about. And I did that for I was thinking about the method, and I did that for like uh for you and me on water. And yeah, we got healthy values. They were not statistically like super different. Well, not statistically like significant. Well, they were significant. Like for me in water, it was like negative 0.13. I mean 133, and for you it was negative 0.
The sharing screen isn't exactly working. Should I just should I open the Discord? Like, I think I'm because I'm using Discord in the browser.
Yeah,
Let
maybe
me
you
let me open
should.
it. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, it works now. Cool.
And yeah, that's what I came up with. And yeah, for the water, for me it was negative 0.13 13.3, or like 133, and for you it was negative 0.141 or 141. And yeah, I was thinking that you could code it on mathematica and come up with like like the proper code to be able to formulate that. And on top of that, you also have like a chart where it compares like the three different days, like sort of in terms of health. I mean the three different days in sort of like health values in like you got like 4 points, right? um like imagine like four dots, and those four dots uh sort of have like a linear regression or whatnot, and it points out how your health indexes fluctuated between those 4 days. And those 4 days will be three lines, three different ones: one for before treatment, one for uh, on treatment, and one after treatment. And then on top of that, you do the t-test on with the code with it in a different chart that tells you whether it was overall unhealthy or not, for like the combination of the before treatment and after treatment. And in another one, it compares only before treatment and during treatment, and in another one it compares after treatment and during treatment.
Wait, what? One compares before
One
treatment, after treatment. They're all compared before treatment, after treatment, right?
No, 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 but like separate. Okay, so how can I put it to you? Like a code where you type, like you sort of like write down before treatment and in the middle during treatment. And like there's three
What do you mean
points,
during treatment?
like the day that you did it only, and not the and only one day forward, and like in mind that each of them are
I mean,
like three. Uh,
it's still after treatment. Like the that health index is taken after treatment.
no, no, but yeah, I was trying to think about like something different in terms of like I don't think you're understanding me. like the before treatment will be one health index, right? And there will
Yeah.
be different points, like three different health indexes. One will be for before treatment, one will be during treatment, the other one will be after treatment. And then,
Like within the same day.
w- w- yeah, within for like 1 point for like 1 day for like one sort of in mathematica for one cell, or like one parenthesis. And then in the first chart is just a comparison
That's
of.
what I don't get. Oh, during treatment part, because the day like the first one cell before the treatment is the day before treatment. The cell corresponding to the health index is the is after treatment. Like it's not immediately, but like it's after treatment. So and then like if you go to the third cell is like a day and a half or 2 days after treatment. So like
Yeah.
none of them are during treatment per se.
No, no, no. But what I was thinking, it's completely like different in terms of like methodologically speaking, like the method.
Like
That Yeah, like
like you
here.
like in date.
Yeah, like here, we will not be considering those factors, and it will be like the day before treatment, right? And then the day during treatment will be only like during treatment. In this case, in my idea, will be the day that you consumed it, right? And the day after treatment will be only 1 day forward. Then you come back, you get the,
Uh,
yeah. Then you
I
get the
see.
Yeah, then you get, it's like what I did here. Like the day in the middle is the day you did that thing, right? And then you're gonna be comparing the basically um the day in the middle, which will be the treatment day, against the before and after. And then you're only gonna compare it and before in like one chart. Like this is gonna be a chart that only compares before and during treatment, and another one will be during treatment and after treatment. In another one will be the average of before treatment and after treatment against during treatment, and see whether it's healthy or not, like I did with these ones for the t-test. But this one will be for like mathematica, like the ones that uh, we will possibly have. And for the uh-huh.
So that first cell where it says one, that's a t-test for before treatment and versus during treatment.
Yeah, yeah, it will be one for before treatment, another one for after treatment, and another one where the mathematica combines and gets the average of all the of like, for example, in the first cell it will like sort of what's the word, combine the averages of before treatment and after treatment, and then it will get the t-test of those two combined values, which will be
Well,
the
I mean, the average before treatment it would be just one value for all points, and the average after treatment would be just one value, and the difference between them it would be just one number
yeah, it will be one number, like, so it will be like
for,
three
for the
points.
entire data set. So the entire data set will end up with just one number, like the average
No, no, no,
before
no, no, no,
minus average.
no, 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 no. I don't think you get my concept. Like, because one graph, like one chart, okay, like in what the first chart, like there will be just lines, like three lines, comparing like the raw data, like comparing the raw averages of all those points, right? For example, if we have 10 points, right? It will compare the raw
Uh,
data on average, and then on the second
so so
one, well, let me finish
so
real quick. On the
well,
sec
I didn't get it. I didn't get what so like no like let me understand what you said right now before you move on, because I didn't
Okay.
even understand what you said right now about the three lines. So with the three lines, it would be just like on the x-axis, it would be the like point like treatment day one, second different treatment, and it's day two. Like so, it would be point one, point two, point
Yeah,
three, point four, point five, point
and
six,
point
point
and
seven.
point one, yeah, no, like uh like okay, It will be. It could be like that. I don't know if what I was thinking in general. What I don't know if this will be more interesting to look at, but if also like there was like but you know this is too overboard in my opinion. If there was one line for each day, right? I mean for each point, and it could go progressively over the days that we done the treatment. Like so, for example, let me open a paint really quick so you can understand.
Okay.
You see? Can you see?
Um, yeah, I can see.
Okay. So for the first point, it'll be something like this. I mean, like the normal fucking simple chart, right? Like the model A, like the simple one, will be like, here we got the chart, right? And basically, we got one line that does like on average, like for example, first day is like this, right? Then like second day might be like this. Then like third day will be like this. Then fourth day it will be like this. But there will be this will be like for example like one before treatment, two, during treatment. It could be like here first point, second point, third point, fucking fourth point, and then there will be after treatment, which will be the third day, and yeah, another chart, with like four changes, like 4 days in average in terms of like changes. That will be like the simple way, but like
Uh,
the
didn't get it.
what?
I still didn't get it.
Like for example, right? Uh, in this upper chart, I mean the first chart. Let me redo it then.
I thought I got the first line, but then once you did the second and third line, I think I realized that I didn't get it.
Okay, so mine like the line
so
start.
this,
Mine like
so
the li-
this,
mine. Wait, mine the line starts from like zero, right? Like from here, from zero, and then we get like, for example, the mathematica gives us in terms of like all the points that we wrote to like mathematica gives us an average of like 4 days. Like it tries to get like an average of all those points and sort of like turn them into what will be like 4 days in
so
general. And like in the first point, it will be before treatment, like one day before treatment, and it will tell you an average, right? What will it look like? It will like simulate 4 days of like treatment, considering all those points, and it will be like, okay,
that's what it is already.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Because
but it will be for like like three different lines. Like one will be the before treatment, the other one will be during treatment, and the third
what do
one.
you mean? What do you mean one is before treatment? Oh, you mean so the second one during treatment is where you subtract 1 day after treatment minus during
No,
treatments.
no. Wait. That's not the part. That's just pretty much the first chart is just to look at the raw data. The first one is just to
Well,
like.
yeah, but how? Yeah, but we still have to calculate where those the coordinates of each of those points, which is basically the average of something.
Well, yeah. Well, basically, yeah. You gotta average it out for like the first day, second day, which will be first day before treatment. Second day will be like there will be three lines in this one, right? During treatment, the second one, third one, after treatment, and it
So
will.
so 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 the first line, the first point, is the average of all the days before treatment.
Yeah, and it will be like sort of simulated in like 4 days and see how it looks like. And then
And
line
then
here will be during treatment. The third
wait,
one
wait,
will be after
I'm
treatment.
still, I'm still trying to get the first line then apparently. So the second point is the average of all days during treatment.
Yeah, but yeah,
And
what I would like to see better, let me tell you again. Like for example, like let's say we have like 10 data sets, right? And for each one, it just kind of like
even the
wait,
10 data points.
like let's say, yeah, like data points, right? Like 10 data
Okay.
points. Like it will be cool if we could actually see how it looks like in the chart in terms of like first day, like out of the 10 that we got, the 10 data points, like first day will be like these circles are all making, and then second one, then third one, and then fourth one, and then we can just look on average what it looks like if it was um, a chart, like a chart from like the stock
So this is
market.
just so
And
this is just one treatment, or like one data point treatment,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
it's the first second. So this one is not average, right? This one
No, no,
is
no.
like each for each
It's
time the treatment was done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like and the after that, after we see like sort of just how it looks like on the chart, there's one that will be doing the t-test for for three different variables actually.
So,
One,
so wait, to get to figure out this line. So then, if there's 10 data points, then we'll have 10 lines, right?
yeah.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, this will be day one, two, three,
yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and then after
Per
that,
per per treatment.
what?
Per treatment. So like one line is one treatment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And in in the upcoming ones, like for example, in the first like in the upcoming fucking chart, it will be basically during
I mean, like
treatment. It will,
which I can like simulate it right now. Like if you tell me which uh what, my mouse is like not working. Oh, I was gonna do it right now, but my mouse pad is like not.
Oh, yeah, try doing
Yeah.
it on like the water ones. Water OG Panda or water mean, see how it looks like. But yeah, in this is not it. In the third one, right? Something like like getting the t-test of during treatment versus like sample before treatment, right? And then during treatment versus after treatment, and then uh, before treatment and after treatment combined to get an average, and then out of that average, that given average, like making a mathematica combine the meanings of before treatment and after treatment, and then getting the the t-test. So in total we will have like four charts.
Okay, let me clean up the mouse pad. Maybe that was nope. That's not the problem.
Did you get
Still,
what I said on like the other three charts or not really?
um, hmm. Okay, well, I guess I can't do the mathematic. Well, I could do mathematica in a different notebook or in a different Chromebook. No, I got this chart, the one that 10 points, 10 lines. Um, but I think we're still
Okay.
figuring the first chart when you move to the second chart.
Okay.
So what does let me see. I don't know if you I can, if you wanna like give me a moment, I can like open the second notebook and or Chromebook and do it from there, because that one I can connect the mouse to.
All right.
because it looks like it's like really easy and quick to do.
Yeah.
At least the the 10 points, just map the 10 points over there. Well, we would need like 10 days for each point. Like each data point would need
No, no,
to have
no.
10 days.
But it will be depending on how much data we have. Like not only 10 points. Like for example, if we have 20, it maybe the scale of the chart becomes smaller, but you can see the variables in terms of how it fluctuated the treatment.
What do you mean the scale would be smaller?
So that way, like if you have 30 points, it will be like more zoomed out, so you can see all the changes, so it fluctuates. So for example, if you have like 5 points, it will look like this, right? One, two, three, four, five, right? But if you have like 30 points, it will look more like this in a smaller scale, so you can actually see it.
uh, okay.
I mean that.
I'm not sure. I'm
Um,
not sure that's how the scale would work, but yeah. I mean, it's not very hard to. Well, no, no. But yeah, what I'm saying is that like each point would need to have like 10 days. So right now, each point has 4 days. So the maximum on x-axis we can go right now in the data that we
it's
compiled
four,
in
yeah.
mathematica, not 4, right? But so we would need to have more than 4 to get it that far.
Yeah, no, no, but that's what I'm telling you. Even like it will have to depend on how many points you have, not like established rule that it says, yeah,
Uh,
you have to do 10. It will have to be according to the amount of data points you have, not according to like a specific number.
the number of days which we wrote down at health indexes after the treatment.
Yeah, basically. And then on the second one, on the second chart, uh, it will basically be the during treatment getting the t-test of during treatment versus like before treatment, like one day before. The third one, it will be during treatment against after treatment, and they'll get the t-test and like the p-value and whatnot on each of them. And in the fourth one, it will be combined before treatment, and then after treatment you will combine them, and then you get like the average, and then you do during treatment against combined before treatment and after treatment, and you come up with the t-test on that one and the p-value.
Um, Let me see.
But do you get that?
Um, Let me see. I'm just trying to see what if I well, let me see. Okay. So I didn't. Yeah, I just figured out that one chart that we talked about. So do you wanna try to figure out together the first chart?
uh sure.
What is the first chart?
It just overall represents this, like for example, on average, how was your day in terms of how can I put it?
Yeah. So the first point is the average of all days before treatment, right?
Like the first chart, it just sort of like averages out the first 3 days, and it represents them in terms of like this point will be like first day, this one will be the second day, this one will be the third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, and it will average them by day, like by day, and with day I mean 3 days, like by data cell, like three data points, which will be before, during, and after, averaged out, and see how you're doing based on those 3 days, and it will give you the like it will
So the
it
first
will it will
point.
visually represent like the 3 days, like how you did in those 3 days with the treatment in average. and then
So the first point is the average of all days before treatment.
no, no, no.
What's
Like
the first point?
like it will combine, before treatment, during treatment, and after treatment, and it will
But
give
what's the point?
what?
How do you calculate the first point?
Like like what I'm thinking in this idea that I came up with for like the first chart, of course, it will be by averaging out the three data points of the data cell. Like the first point, there's three data health indexes, right? You will like average them out, and based on that, it will represent on the chart, the way it's
So
moving, the way it's fluctuating. So for the first data cell, it will be like, oh, maybe 0 - 0.400, and then after that it averages to like fucking -500, and then
I don't
downward
know,
blah
but
blah blah.
after that, first point averages, 3 days, all the available days after treatment, basically. So what could the second point be then? Because all the days after treatment got averaged out in the first point. Because the first point is the average of all the days after treatment.
No, 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 but this per day, not in all of them. Like,
So what do you
so
mean per day, not all of
okay,
them?
let's say we have like, here, like in the
The
data,
very first
we
point,
have one,
the very
right? Like we have like the first data cell, and there's like three health indexes, right? And then here we have another one, right? Another three health indexes, and so on, until we end up with like five, right? And then
what's the first? What's that number one? Is that
first,
three health indexes for like a treatment, or is that
those three health indexes will be one, like the first health index, like I told you, will be before treatment, like one day before treatment. Second one will be the day you did the treatment, and the third one will be after treatment, like day forwards after treatment, after you did it. And then after that, in the first chart, it averages the numbers of these three health indexes, and it shows you what it looked like in the chart, in terms of like if it was for the first day negative
okay?
0.300, it will show it here. Then for the second day, it might go to
It's
like this one, like the health indexes change, and if you average them out, it
not
will be
second
like
day. It's not second day. It will be second. Well, oh yeah. Oh, you mean second day, as in like
second treatment, yeah, second
second
reset.
different time of treatment,
Well, like,
not like the next
yeah,
day,
yeah, not the next day. I'm talking about like
just a different
yeah,
day.
yes,
Okay.
yes. And yeah, I will represent it on the data, in the chart, basically how it went. And then after that, uh, for
So
the
each point is a treatment.
yeah, basically,
So if there's 10 treatments, then there's 10 points.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Uh. Okay. I think I got it.
Nice.
Are you thinking about something?
No, I mean, did you
Well, I mean,
get
I got the two charts. Yeah, I got the two charts.
did you get the two on the third one? I mean, do you get the ones? I mean, the one where it average, like for example, in one of the charts, it basically uses it during treatment, before and before treatment, and to get the t-test and the p-value, and then in the other one it uses a during treatment and after treatment to get the t-test, and in another one it combines the average of before treatment and after treatment, and they combine the averages are combined by the mathematica, of all the points, right, basically. And then it does a t-test, and it gives you like the p-value. So yeah.
I didn't get that.
What do you mean?
I just got those two charts, and then everything else I didn't get.
So you have the during treatment, and then like this is those are like new three charts. They or not charts, but like formulas, not charts, formulas basically. So the one term I'm about to talk about, right? It will be using the during treatment, and it will compare it against or it will get the t test of against before treatment. So our sample mean will be basically during treatment, or hypothesized mean will be before treatment, and then we'll get the t test and the p-value. And in the second one, will be during treatment, the sample mean, and the after treatment, the hypothesized mean. It will come out with the result. And in another one, in a different formula, will be mathematica will get the average of before treatment, like and after treatment, and it will be the hypothesized mean, and the sample mean will be during treatment, and it will get a
I
t-test.
feel like I feel like we'd have to do it together in real time to make sure that I'm doing what you're saying.
Yeah,
uh,
for sure. We go.
and
Yeah.
if you want to do that whenever,
What do that one?
if you want to do that whenever
Yeah,
with
yeah.
me.
Yeah, we can do it another time. I'm probably, as I tell you the whole research, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But yeah. So let me show you something. What the idea that I came up with. Uh, so you know how like the t-test and everything it works. Yeah, you do know it perfectly. So basically, for this one, experimental sort of like trial or analysis, on our sample mean is our treatment day, the day of treatment, right? And
All
on
right.
the hypothesized mean is the combination of before treatment and after treatment. So imagine like the day in
You
the
mean average?
middle. Yeah, like you average those 2 days. I mean, you average 2 days. I average two days on each point, right? And then I got the
Mm-hmm.
average of all those points, like manually, not like with
It's
mathematics.
basically the same thing as doing an average of all points available that include before and after treatment. Just
No,
average
no,
of all
no,
points.
but not during
You would get
treatment.
the same answer.
Not
Oh,
because you're
you.
excluding during treatment. During treatment, in mine 1, 2, 3. Two is during treatment, one is before treatment,
Um,
three is after treatment. And then
oh,
I average like 1 and 3, and I combine them for each day. And then once I got like all those 8 results, I got the average of all those eight
well,
health indexes, and I got the hypothesized mean, and then I did the t-test.
see, what if it's a treatment that basically improves almost equally? Like you do it, and then it will improve like the next like 3 days equally. It's like let's say something that you can skip. For example, like uh, let's pretend lithium is one of them. Like it's a good idea to take it twice a week. So you take it, and before treatment is going to be less healthy value, but then during treatment and after treatment are both going to be the same healthy values. Uh,
Mm.
like a lot of things have like long-term health benefit. I mean, I guess you'd still get the same answer because the average of healthy and less healthy on before treatment is still going to be lower than the healthy value of during treatment.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. To me, so does sound optimal, considering the fact that we will have multiple data points, and you will be able to tell overall whether the overall effect, the absolute effect, is being significant or not.
I
But
wonder how if we do it for 5 points, like using two different way, well, using this way and and we already have done it the classical way.
yeah, yeah, there's going
Like,
to have the classical way, like against before treatment, and like it's meant to be like three different ones for t-test, like yeah, three
No,
different
well, I
t-tests
mean
on
here,
each
you
mathematica file.
here you calculate mu not differently than like we've been doing. So like if we like do this test, see if it like rejected, accepted, or like in other words, healthy, unhealthy, or neutral, and then we have the result from the using calculating the mu naught, the previous way, the way we did it, or the way you did before at five, and we do that for 5 points, and uh, and then at 10 points we can see, or not at 10 number, and then at maximum number of points we can see if, for example, water turned out to be healthy or unhealthy, and then see which test was right, and then like kind of compare the two methods the way we compared the t-test to mathematica 1, mathematica 2, and just see which one gives like which one might be able to pick up a healthy treatment more accurately, if you know what I mean.
Kind of.
So like we can, like, we basically, I wonder if we can compare this method to the the normal method you've been doing, calculating the mu naught, the same way we compared the three methods of t-test, mathematica 1, mathematica 2.
I mean, maybe we'll have to try it out, but like you will have to code it.
Yeah, it's not hard to code it, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's super easy, I think. um
yeah. But yeah, seems like overall when you game late the at the night is slightly. I mean, when you do not late at night. Sorry, when you do 2.5 hours, like 2 hours and a half, is slightly healthier compared to this is like normal t test, and it's slightly unhealthy compared to 2 hours. Like
oh, damn,
yeah,
we got some results on this.
zero
Okay,
point zero 0.03.
but we could definitely do this, like, we could I wonder if we could translate it to you as well, because every time I did 2 hours, for example, like every time I did like 2.5 hours, or let's say every time well, on average, whenever I did 2 hours, your gaming time that day also was probably like a half an hour shorter than usual,
Yeah,
on average at least. And so like you could see an effect of like on average playing like a little bit extra versus playing like half an hour less per se, because they would fall on the same days, and then you have your health index for those days as well.
yeah, cool. Definitely do it. Check it out.
Um,
I'll show you the results. Yeah, you wanna do health research?
wait, I'm still looking at this one. So it's not statistically significant yet, right?
No, it
Uh,
is. It was negative 1.03 13 for water for me for the experimental one.
no, I thought we were still looking at the gaming one.
No,
What was the gaming one? Could you go
zero
back? Yeah.
point zero 0.03 502, like 0.03.
It's like almost neutral, right?
Yeah, it's like barely significant. Like yeah,
Yeah. Well, it's not significant at all. Because you're
it's almost neutral. Yeah.
well, because the null hypothesis would be like would be specifically unhealthy, because if it's neutral, then we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I feel it.
So the T critical would be on the other side, and then if we get the neutral value, then it's actually fine.
Yep. But
Cool,
yeah, and for water, for me it was negative 1.13.
nice. But I mean, you see how like adding like a health index after the treatment and averaging it out with the before treatment to get the mu would actually take away from the quality, right? Because if you do just before and after, uh, then that's what you get. But if you average it with the 1 day after, uh, then you also add that error of like the effect of water on the second day. Well, like water seemed to only have the effect on 1 day, but like some other thing might have effect on the second day. So when you average it with before treatment, uh, it would add that error of effect of that treatment on the second day.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
Um, so what would you gain from doing that?
Just being able to see overall how does your health differs, like yeah, the differs between during treatment, before and after treatment, and when they are combined, in terms of like being able to tell if that specific day that you did the treatment there was a massive change within those 3 days, during, before and after, and in the middle, like if you should be doing it, like if the effects are gonna be shown the day you take it, like the effect is gonna be considerably noticeable, statistically speaking, the day you are doing it. That's what you will gain.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we can try it. I guess we can see how it would compare to like I guess maybe that's what you were saying. Compare it to see how it is versus like before and during, and then like if the effect is more
Before and
of
after, and like I mean during and before, and then during and after, and then combined after and before against during.
right. So I only got two is mu naught is
Mu naught
average of before after, and then mu naught
of
is
no, no,
before.
no, no, mu naught is after, no, I mean before. Mu naught is before, and x will be during, and for one t test, and for the second one will be sample mean is during, and mu naught will be after. And then in the third one will be sample mean, like the sample mean will be during, and the mu naught will be before and after the average combined.
Average. Oh, I get it. Is that what you were trying to say?
I've been telling you like 5 times, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just now, I think I got what you were saying. Okay,
And that will, like I told you, will
you just changing mu naught 3 times.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the mu naught will change 3 times, and there will be three different t tests. But yeah, bro, I'm gonna switch it up to like the health research. Okay, wheatgrass is a type of young grass that comes from wheat plant. Triticum is
Man, no
what?
pictures.
What?
No pictures. I was hoping for some
Oh,
pictures.
I forgot to do the pictures.
It's okay.
Uh, Triticum astium is rich in vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. It is commonly consumed as a dietary supplement in form of juice, powder, or capsules. Harvesting wheatgrass typically involves growing of wheat plant in controlled environments such as greenhouse or indoor growing trays. The wheatgrass is harvested in young age, typically when it reaches height of 7 to 10 inches. At this point, it is still in early growth phase and contains high levels of nutrients. Once harvested, the wheatgrass is typically washed to remove the dirt and the debris. It is then dried using the hydrator or by air drying. This process helps to preserve nutrients and enzymes in the wheatgrass. To make wheatgrass supplements, the dried wheatgrass typically grounded into fine powder. The powder can be used to make capsules or added to other foods and beverages such as smoothies, juices. Some companies also produce wheatgrass juice, which is made by using the fresh wheatgrass and then freezing it or drying the juice to preserve the nutrients. Wheatgrass is rich in chlorophyll. Wheatgrass is rich in source of chlorophyll, which gives it a bright green color. Chlorophyll is known for its ability to detoxify the body and has been shown to have anti-inflammatory, antioxidant properties. Vitamins. Wheatgrass contains a range of vitamins, including vitamin A, C, and A, as well as B vitamins such as thiamine and riboflavin and niacin. Minerals. Wheatgrass is also a good source of minerals, including calcium, magnesium, and iron. Antioxidants. Wheatgrass contains high levels of antioxidants such as flavonoids and phenolic acids, which can help to protect the body from damage caused by free radicals. Enzymes. Wheatgrass contains a range of enzymes which can aid in digestion and help the body to absorb nutrients more effectively. Amino acids. Wheatgrass contains all nine essential amino acids and making it complete protein source. The recommended dosages of wheatgrass usage 1 or 2 fluid ounces will be 30 to 60 milliliters per day, diluted in water or juice. It is recommended to start with a smaller amount and gradually increase as tolerated. For the powder, 1 to 2 teaspoons or 2 to 4 grams per day, mixed with water or juice. Wheatgrass capsules, 1 to 2 capsules, 500 to 1,000 milligrams per day, taken with water. Amyloid beta is a protein that is known to accumulate in the brain. So people with Alzheimer's disease, the process of amyloid beta accumulation is complex and still not fully understood, but there is evidence suggested in my decade it might start decades before the onset of Alzheimer's symptoms. The exact time of amyloid beta accumulation can vary between individuals, but research has shown that it can begin to build up in the brain as early as a person in their 20s and 30s. This stage, the amyloid beta is thought to be in insoluble form, meaning that it is not yet clumped together into the plaques that are characteristics of Alzheimer's disease. Over time, the soluble amyloid beta may begin to form small clusters called oligomers, which are toxic brain cells. Those cells, or oligomers, might eventually form larger clumps or plaques that are hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. As the plaques accumulate, they can trigger inflammation in the brain and cause damage to neurons, leading to cognitive decline and memory loss. Several factors might contribute to the accumulation of amyloid beta in the brain. One of the main culprits is thought to be a breakdown in the normal clearance mechanics that remove amyloid beta from the brain. The breakdown can be caused by genetic factors, lifestyle factors, and a combination of both. Some people might have genetic mutations that increase the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease by affecting the normal processing of amyloid beta in the brain. Lifestyle factors such as diet high in saturated fats, chronic stress, and lack of exercise might contribute to amyloid beta accumulation by disrupting the brain's ability to clear protein. Um, Study objective: age is the single greatest risk factor for Alzheimer's disease, with an incident doubling every 5 years after 65. However, our understanding of mechanics relationship between increasing age and the risk of Alzheimer's disease is currently limited. We therefore sought to determine the relationship between age, amyloidosis, and amyloid beta kinetics in the central nervous system for humans. Um, Amyloid beta kinetics were analyzed in 112 participants and compared to the age of participants and the amount of amyloid deposition. The results were we found a highly significant correlation between increased age and slowed amyloid beta turnover rates. 2.5 fold longer half life over 5 decades of age. In addition, we found independent effects of amyloid beta 42 kinetics, specifically in participants with amyloid deposition. Amyloidosis was associated with higher, greater than 50% irreversible loss of soluble amyloid beta 42 and a tenfold higher amyloid beta 42 reversible exchange rate. Those findings reveal mechanistic link between human aging and the risk of amyloidosis, which might be due to the dramatic slowing of amyloid beta turnover, increasing the likelihood of protein misfolding that leads to deposition and alteration in amyloid
Sorry,
beta.
what's amyloidosis?
It was what is it called? How can I explain it? It's like when there is like a build up of like the proteins in like the hearts, the kidney, liver, and I don't remember like other organs. I don't remember, and it's something to do with the bone marrow. It's like produced by the bone marrow. Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Would you be able to just look up what's the definition of amyloidosis right now?
It's basically what I told you, but yeah, I'll look it up.
Well, you said something about kidneys.
No, no, no. It's when like when the proteins, the amyloid proteins. Um, wait, okay, well, uh, they start like building up in organs, basically. But okay, I'll tell you. Yeah,
Because there's a
yeah.
word in.
Look, it's a
Uh,
rare disease that occurs when protein called amyloid builds in the organs, and it builds up in the heart, kidneys, liver, and other organs, nervous system, and digestive tract. Yeah, it's basically that. And obviously, the implications of that is malfunctioning of the organs. So it's basically what I told
okay,
you.
so basically,
Mm.
there's a normal rate of amyloid, like turnover in the organs where like there's always some amyloid that gets like
Yes, yes, there is.
turnover. But when it's increased, when it's more than usual of it, that's called amyloidosis. When it's like it basically clears out slower than it's building up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, Yeah, so what was I gonna say? Increasing the likelihood of protein misfolding that leads to deposition, alterations in amyloid beta kinetics associated with AIN and amyloidosis suggest opportunities for diagnostic and therapeutic strategies. The study provides an example of how changes in protein turnover kinetics can be used to detect psychological and pathophysiological changes and might be applicable to other protein pa- pa- uh, how do you pronounce it word proteinopathies, um, to play a role in the normal functioning of immune system and repair damage issues. While amyloid beta is present in many tissues throughout the body, its accumulation in certain tissues, but particularly in the brain. Um, so I did my research on how to increase glutathione. S- Um, and basically foods rich in sulfur. And I will name you some of the richest. Sulfur containing amino acids such as cysteine and methionine are important building blocks for glutathione synthesis. Vegetables and fruits that are high in amino acids can support glutathione production. Some samples of fruits and vegetables that are rich in sulfur and can boost glutathione. Garlic. Garlic is a highly nutritious vegetable that isn't rich in sulfur. It contains high levels of cysteine, a key building block for glutathione production. Onions are another sulfur-rich vegetable that can boost glutathione levels. Um, they contain high levels of cysteine as well as other sulfur-containing compounds. Cruciferous vegetables such as broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage are all high in sulfur containing compounds that can support glutathione production. Avocado is a nutrient-dense fruit that contains high levels of sulfur-containing compounds. It also contains glutathione. Also, did you do your heat? I don't think you
I
did.
was, you never said
I told
anything.
him.
I was like,
No,
maybe
no,
he was
no.
like, yeah.
No, I didn't say anything. Blah blah blah. I did tell him. Damn.
He said you gotta do it today.
No. Okay. Anyways,
I was like,
you're
okay,
meant to do it.
I can start clearing some space to do it. I was like, maybe he was like, yes. Anyways, okay, let me clear some space. Yeah, I also changed trucks back to the like um I don't know, potentially like the older truck. But apparently, but in this truck I can like really run nights more. In the other truck, and it was newer, but like I had to be on e-log, and it was like a mix of sometimes I run nights, sometimes days. Man, like
Nice.
I was like too much wiring on my fucking floor. Let me see.
Hmm. Don't trip.
No, I just have to like move it away so I can jump around.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I've been just walking on it.
But yeah, avocado is a nutrient-dense fruit that contains high levels of sulfur-containing compounds. It also contains glutathione precursor like glutathione peroxidase, which helps to recycle glutathione. Tomatoes are rich in antioxidants like lycopene, which has been shown to increase glutathione levels. They also contain sulfur-containing compounds.
So I wouldn't really do the hit because I can't listen to your presentation while doing hit, right?
Okay, well, I guess you can do it once we finish. Uh,
Okay.
they also contain sulfur-containing compounds that can support glutathione synthesis. Oranges are a great source of vitamin C, which is an essential nutrient for glutathione production. They also contain sulfur-containing compounds that can support glutathione synthesis. Um, Grapefruit, like oranges, grapefruit is a good source of vitamin C and contains sulfur-containing uh, contains sulfur compounds that can support glutathione synthesis. Watermelon is a refreshing fruit that is high in antioxidants, glutathione. It also contains sulfur-containing compounds that can support glutathione production. Pineapple is a delicious tropical fruit that contains bromelain, an enzyme that has been shown to increase glutathione levels. It also contains sulfur compounds that can support glutathione synthesis. Papaya, it's a tropical fruit that is rich in antioxidants and sulfur containing compounds. It also contains vitamin C, which is an essential nutrient for glutathione production. And like supplements that then increase the levels of glutathione is N-acetylcysteine or NAC, which I already spoke about in the past, is a precursor to glutathione and has been shown to increase glutathione levels in the body. It's also commonly used for to liver su- is used to support liver function and respiratory health. Glutathione is critical to fight against oxidative stress. Its very low bioavailability limits the interest of supplementation. The purpose of this study was to compare the bioavailability, the effect on oxidative stress markers, and the safety of new sublingual form of glutathione with two commonly used dietary supplements, NAC and oral glutathione. The study was a 3-week randomized crossover trial. 20 volunteers with metabolic syndrome were enrolled. Glutathione levels and several oxidative stress markers were determined at different times during the 21 days period compared to oral glutathione group. An increase of total reduced glutathione levels in plasma and higher glutathione ratios with a p-value of 0.0003 was observed in sublingual glutathione group. After 3 weeks of administration, there was a significant increase in vitamin E in plasma only in sublingual glutathione group. with 0.83 millimoles and a p-value of 0.04. The results demonstrate the superiority of a new sublingual form of glutathione over the oral glutathione form, and NAC or N-acetyl-lecithin in terms of glutathione supplementation. Hello?
Or maybe my sound is down. Yeah. Okay, say something.
Hello?
Okay, now I can hear. Hey, give me like a second. Let me hit the bathroom real quick.
Okay. So basically, this study just uh, spoke about how like NAAC literally had when it was given for 3 weeks, right? Increased vitamin E plasma only on like NAC compared to like taking glutathione, like the supplement glutathione, and it was by 4 percentage or 0.83 millimoles. That's basically the summary of the study in terms of the results. Like the NAC had an increase of vitamin A, which promotes the increasement of glutathione, and it was 4 percentage. Uh,
Oh, p-value. Yeah, but so they gave people uh
NAC or
that.
glutathione.
Oh, they gave people NIC or glutathione, and
Yeah.
people who got wait, but people who got NIC had their glutathione increased, like levels of their glutathione increased.
Yeah, because it improved their vitamin E.
Okay, okay. So both groups had the increase in glutathione, but one group took glutathione orally, and another group took
Not.
an IC.
Yeah.
Oh, how did it compare? Like, was it similar increase in glutathione between the two groups?
That's all there was, bro. Like not
I
like.
didn't say.
Yeah,
Okay.
and if I copy and paste the name of the studies and I click 10 links, there's only gonna be the abstract or either you pay
Yeah.
well. Anyways,
And it didn't. They didn't say which one was more or less. Like even in just general terms,
nope.
like in abstract. Okay, cool. Well,
Okay,
that's cool, man.
vitamin C
Yeah.
is an
Okay.
essential nutrient for glutathione production and can help recycle glutathione in the body. It can be found in supplement form in foods like citrus, fruits, kiwi, and strawberries. Um, we examine the effect of supplemental ascorbic acid on the red blood cells. Glutathione subjects consume self-selected vitamin C restricted diets and under double-blind conditions ingested placebo daily for 1 week. And a baseline, 500 milligrams of ascorbate D for 2 to 3 weeks, and 2,000 milligrams of L-ascorbate D for 4 to 5 weeks, and the placebo daily for 6 weeks. Um, withdraw. Mean red blood cell glutathione rose nearly 50 percentage with a p-value of less than 0.05 after the 500 milligram period compared with baseline, and the changes from baseline for individual subjects range plus 8 percentage to plus 84 percentage. The increase in plasma vitamin C and red blood cell glutathione were not correlated, with a ratio of 0.22 at the 2000 milligram dose. Mean red blood cell glutathione was not significantly different from um, the the uh, the value obtained as a 500 milligram dosage after the placebo control withdrawal period. Red blood cell glutathione did not differ from baseline. Those data the data the data indicates that vitamin C supplementation of 500 milligrams maintains reduced glutathione concentrations in blood and improves the overall antioxidant protection capacity of blood.
I wonder if their glutathione didn't increase between the 500 and 2000 milligram dosages because they ran out of like the ingredients for it, like cysteine and the other two amino acids. So like basically, like at first they were maybe like limited by the vitamin C,
Hmm.
but then once they got the 500, they basically used up all the cysteine they had available. Then when they got 2,000 milligrams, they still couldn't build any more glutathione because
Yeah,
they weren't getting enough
they
cysteine,
were limited by the system. Yeah,
or at
probably.
least maybe they were limited by one of the ingredients.
Yeah, probably that would have been like a good experiment, like being able to tell whether, if they were administered the system so they could process it into glutathione, or whether there will be results or not. Huh? That's
Interesting.
a good idea. But yeah,
I mean, I guess if you want more glutathione, you gotta take all the fucking ingredients, right?
yeah,
You
you
can just
cannot.
like one.
Yeah, you cannot make the fucking cake only with the dough.
Right, right. It doesn't matter if you get like 500 kilograms or 2 ton of dough. You still need everything else too.
Yeah. Vitamin E is a fat soluble antioxidant that can help regenerate other antioxidants, including glutathione. It can be found in supplement form or in foods like nuts, seeds, and leafy greens. The objective of the study examined the relationship between cellular glutathione and vitamin E concentrations and the effect of vitamin E alpha locopherol or supplementation and glutathione and lipid peroxidation product concentrations in erythrocytes of type 1 diabetic patients. We obtained written informed consent to participate in the study from diabetic patients with a number size of 29, and their age matched non-diabetic siblings with a number size of 21. According to the guidelines of the Institutional Review Board of Human Experimentation, diabetic patients were supplemented with DL alpha tocopherol or vitamin E capsules, 100 units orally, or a placebo for 3 months in a double-blind clinical trial. Fasting blood samples were collected from each diabetic patient before the start of the before the start of the treatment and after the after the 3 months of vitamin E or the placebo supplementation. Glutathione malondialdehyde, which is a product of lipid peroxidation, and alpha tocopherol were determined using high performance liquid cro- chromal the fuck chromalography. A total of five diabetic patients were excluded after randomization from the data analysis. Data was analyzed. I mean, were analyzed and statistically using paired students. Um, T-test to compare 12 diabetic patients taking vitamin E with 12 diabetic patients receiving placebo supplementation to compare diabetic patients with healthy non-diabetic subjects. The results were erythrocytes of diabetic patients had 25% higher or a p-value of like less than 0.001 malondialdehyde and 15 percentage lower with a p-value of negative 0.05 glutathione concentrations than healthy subjects. Vitamin E and erythrocytes had significant correlation with the glutathione concentration in the erythrocytes with a ratio of like 0.43 0.46 and a p-value of less than 0.02. Vitamin E supplementation increased glutathione concentrations by 9 percentage with a p-value of less than 0.01 and lower concentrations of melandol hide by 23 percentage with a p-value of 0.001, and um, HbAIC by 16 percentage with a,
1C.
yeah, one
HbA
C,
1C.
yeah, with a p-value of less than 0.02 percentage in uh, keratocytes of diabetic patients. No differences were evident in those parameters before versus after the placebo supplementation.
Interesting.
Yep.
I guess vitamin E just helps to keep more glutathione around. It like helps to recycle it and such.
Uh, uh, Acetyl L-carnitine amino acids and reduce glutathione levels in substantia nigra or SN, as well as stratial monoamine levels were measured in acetyl L-carnitine. Uh, Treated and controlled Swiss Webster mice, Alcar and L-argentine or saline were administered to mice for 5 days, and mice were decapitated 24 hours following the last injection. Substantia nigra and stratia were isolated within 2.5 and 3 minutes, respectively, and frozen immediately on dry ice. A significant dose-dependent increase of the Niagara GABA was observed following,
Kappa.
yeah, GABA, following Alcar treatment, which is the acetyl L-carnitine. GABA levels were also increased significant increase. The GABA levels were also increased by administration of carnitine. Niagara glutathione levels were also increase striatal levels of dopamine and metabolites were not significantly affected by alcar or carnitine. Those results suggest that alcar might be useful in treating symptoms of neuronal dysfunctional related accumulation of metabolic waste. So yeah, basically, uh, the
So it increased glutathione.
yep,
Nice. Yeah, I should. Man, like I fucking tried all this shit. I tried the L-carnitine.
you did.
Maybe it was just I tried L-carnitine at one point. And I
Didn't
tried
work.
creatine as well. uh,
Wait, you also
no, I
tried
mean I might
creatine?
maybe the dose was too low to notice. Maybe I should have because it I didn't. The bottle was like take fucking 5 capsules or 7 capsules, and now I was just trying one.
Are you gonna try creatine again?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you should definitely
I
try it.
feel like I should try the L-carnitine like again as well. And anything to fucking increase GABA. Like I feel like GABA helps to for self control because that's the no go circuit.
Mm.
But and then here like it improves GABA and glutathione. Like seems like a good stuff. But I mean, or I could just look for foods that have L-carnitine.
Yeah, I mean, I already told you the foods.
Forgot.
Yeah, garlic, onions, red lettuce, avocado, tomatoes, oranges, grapefruits, watermelon, pineapple, papaya, and also,
No, no.
what?
I was saying that foods that specifically increase L-carnitine.
Oh, carnitine. Oh, I thought you were talking about glutathione in particular.
Like L-carnitine increases glutathione, but like what increases L-carnitine?
Yeah, no, but
But it's
like specific foods that increase, like that give you the maximum boost in glutathione, are the ones that I just mentioned.
yeah, but we want like maybe like it's a question for the next time. Is like we want to divide those foods to like so like what are the ingredients right for to make fucking glutathione? It's vitamin C. Is like a required thing. Then there's 3 amino acids, and then we would want to divide those foods into each of those categories, like which so that if we want to increase glutathione, we have to like pick one thing out of each category and increase consumption of like for different things.
So what's your question in general? Like, how will you like structure the question?
Well, it's something to do is to divide all those foods into four groups.
Uh huh.
So group that increases vitamin C, group that increases like the one amino acid, group that increases the second amino acid, and group that increases the third amino acid.
I'm not sure that it will be only four groups, but yeah, I
Well,
can.
I mean, like I only know so far I only see four groups: the vitamin C and the three amino acids that make up the glutathione.
Mm.
Do you see? Like, I mean, you might think of like another group that does another ingredient that is required for glutathione, but so far like
I can look into it, yeah, sure. And depending on the group, I'll try to make some groups and see how it works. Um,
because some of those foods might be overlapping. Maybe like like yeah, you pick four different foods, but they all just boost vitamin C. But you really need to make sure that you get extra food from each of the required categories.
yeah, yeah, I'll take a look and see what I can find.
Cool,
Uh,
cool.
so regular exercises has been shown to increase glutathione levels in the body. Physical activity stimulates the production of glutathione and other antioxidants, which help protect against oxidative damage caused by free radicals. Reactive oxygen, a species or ROS, are important signaling molecules with regulatory functions. And in young and adult organisms, the formation of ROS is increased during skeletal muscle contractions. ROS can be deleterious to cells. Deleterious to cells when not sufficiently counterbalanced by the antioxidant system. AN is associated with the accumulation of oxidative damage to lipids, DNA, and proteins. Even the oxidant effect of skeletal muscle contractions. The use effect of age could be a result of excessive ROS formation. We evaluated the effect of acute exercise and changes in blood redox state across the leg of young of 23 plus minus 1 years and older of 66 plus minus 2 years sedentary humans by measuring the whole blood concentrations of the whole blood concentrations of reduced glutathione and oxidized um, glutathione forms and antioxidant well, it will be like the antioxidant glutathione to assess the role model of physical activity. Lifelong physically active older subjects of 72 plus minus 2 years were included. Exercise increased the venous concentration of glutathione in an intensity dependent manner in young sedentary subjects, suggesting an exercise induced increase in ROS formation. In contrast, venous GCSSG, which will be the antioxidant glutathione levels, remained unaltered during exercise in the older sedentary um, in the older sedentary. Uh, let me. Oh fuck. Okay. An active groups despite higher skeletal muscle expression of the superoxide generation enzyme NADPH oxidase, arterial concentrations of glutathione expression antioxidants enzymes in skeletal muscle of older active subjects were increased. Uh, the potential impairment in exercise induced ROS formation might be an important mechanism underlying skeletal muscle and vascular dysfunction with sedentary aging. Lifelong physical activity upregulates antioxidant systems, which may be one of the mechanisms underlying the lack of exercise induced increase in glutathione. So yeah, basically um you get it right, like exercising, right, and mainly for young people with a mean age of like 23, around that age, those people who were sedentary and started like exercising, their glutathione and antioxidant glutathione increased, and it was significant compared to like
Was it
what?
was it like controlled randomized, or was it just they looked at who was sedentary versus who wasn't in general? Like, did they like divide them into groups and said, you must exercise?
Uh, that was not available. Like, yeah.
Let me see. Let me see. To assess the rule of physical activity, lifelong physical active older subjects were included. Try to increase the venous concentration and intensity. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I guess it's not like super clear, but I mean, it kind of looks like it did divide them and like made them exercise.
Uh,
So it looks like exercising increased the glutathione.
yeah, it did increase a good, but mainly on younger subjects, not yeah, like this is where they had like a significant difference in like the younger ones.
Oh, weird. So in the older ones, it didn't have like significant difference between exercise versus
Yeah,
narcs.
it was unnoticed.
Or
But we're
maybe
talking
the
in the older ones, we're talking like 66 plus, and in the young ones, it's like 23 plus. So yeah, I guess you're still in the age range.
oh, I mean, I wonder if the older ones were like lacking one of the ingredients to make the glutathione.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe.
like I think vitamin C like goes down with age. So that if they weren't like particularly supplementing with it, they had like less, for example, vitamin C, and so like maybe exercise induced to production of more glutathione, but they just fucking didn't have what it takes to make more.
All right.
Maybe.
Yep. Uh, getting enough sleep. Getting enough sleep is essential for optimal health, and it can also increase glutathione levels. During sleep, the body undergoes several processes that help repair and regenerate cells, including production of glutathione. Rapid eye movement, or REM. Sleep deprivation is a stressor. It results in predictable syndrome of physiological changes in rat. It has been proposed that reactive oxygen species and the resulting oxidative stress might be responsible for some of the effects of sleep deprivation. The present study was undertaken to investigate the reversible nature of effects of 96 hours of REM sleep deprivation and lipid peroxidation and total reduced glutathione levels in the hypothalamus, uh, midbrain and hindbrain of Wistar Wistar strain rats. I look at the breed of those rats and they look kind of weird. Anyways, methods. The rats were
But
deprived.
damn, like that's like fucking 8 days, 8 or 9 days of no REM sleep.
Yeah. The rats were deprived of REM sleep using an inverted flower pot technique. All the animals were maintained in a standard animal house condition with 12 hours light, 12-hour dark circles. At the end of the stipulated time, jugular venous blood sample of 2 milliliters was collected under mild uh, ether anesthesia for the assay assay of stress index, plasma corticosterone, lipid peroxidation using thiobarbaric acid, total reduced glutathione using DTNB were analyzed in the brain regions and they say dissected out. The study showed that 96 hours of REM sleep deprivation resulted in increase of lipid peroxidation, reduction and reduction in total reduced glutathione levels in the discrete regions of the brain studied. However, um, following restorative sleep for 24 hours, all the change reverts back to baseline. The study shows that oxidative stress pro- produce despite 96 hours of REM sleep deprivation is reversible.
Well, I mean, but you're exposed during that time when you have lack of glutathione because like you can't really glutathione is part of your immune system, and so you basically are lacking its immune system. So if you don't get hit by anything or like nothing starts growing during that time, then you're safe. But like you're in danger zone during that time because your basically defenses are down
Yeah.
with the reduced glutathione. So I mean, if you're a rat, you're completely like protected and you're fed good diets. You're not gonna get randomly like assaulted by a virus or unhealthy food, right? During
Hmm.
that time. But if you're human and you happen to like get hit by something unhealthy, that the damage from that will be lasting even after you recover from your sleep.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Just I guess people are more exposed to dangers while they're sleep deprived.
Sure. That,
You there?
yeah. Yeah. I said that's true. That's true. But yeah. So
Yeah, I
far.
really want to test trying to like evenly uh, consume more things that improve glutathione ingredients to see if that makes a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, possibly they could increase it. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully they
GABA
do.
is an amino acid. I think we found out that GABA is
Yeah.
an amino acid. But it was a different amino acid.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, bro. What I was gonna say? Do you want me to?